Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Elder Trolls Gaming Podcast. If you are new and joining us, we are three brothers who get together and talk about gaming. We may also talk tech, TV, movies, and other nerdy, geeky stuff, too. But first, I'm Nasty Nate.
And I'm Take It Easy, Jono.
And today, we'll be discussing the Bazaar.
The Bazaar.
The Bazaar. The Bazaar is the first free-to-play hero builder for PC and Mac. Hero builder. That's what they call it. It's not a card game.
What's a hero builder?
Not a card game.
It's kind of a card game.
But we'll get into that a little bit later. But first, what's going on?
I'm just rehabbing. I'm in a little bit of discomfort. It's just sitting here. My back hurts. Heard it on Wednesday night.
Doing what?
Ailing back. Playing hockey.
Oh. You're not doing your stretches that you so much preach about.
I am, but I don't. I stretch all the time. It's just I don't really strengthen, so.
No core strength.
I mean, it's not the core.
It's all about the core strength, you know?
My lower back strength is just lacking.
What you should do is hang yourself upside down in your doorways and then do those sit-ups with weights.
How the hell am I supposed to do that?
I mean, they do it. There's things that you can put in your doorways.
Oh, yeah, but I don't have one. Yep. A nagging injury.
Yeah, It's
been with me since I was 24 years old.
Yeah. I've got not the same thing, but I've got this sciatica pain, in the back, goes down the legs.
Yeah.
And it only happens, literally, when I step outside to walk the dogs. It's so fucking stupid. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good all day. I've been going to the chiropractor. I've been getting my back cracked and I'm doing my stretches and I feel great. And then the moment I take my two dogs out for a walk, it flares up and just is super annoying for an hour and a half while I'm walking the dog. It's so crazy. It annoys me so much.
That's weird.
But when I get home, I'll do a little bit more stretching and it goes away. Or I'll jump on the elliptical, it goes away. I'm like, okay. And then it's rinse, repeat. The next day, the moment I step outside to walk the dogs.
My problem is I know I have a problem. And then the stretching is just kind of to make you feel better now. But I don't go to the gym anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I just play hockey, 2-3 times a week. But if you don't go to the gym, I'm not strengthening that area.
Yeah. Well, you can do it at home, man.
I'm not. Well, I know. I'm just saying I don't do it, okay?
Yeah. Neither do I.
I don't do it, and that's not helping me prevent
That's true. Yep.
injury.
Yeah.
You need strength through range of motion. That's what prevents injury. Because if you don't have the strength through the range of motion, it's going to fail, and you're going to injure yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the way it is. And I just don't do it. And it's my fault. I know this. I know the problem. I have a good routine for getting myself back into form when it does happen. I know what to do. I know the science behind it and everything like that. It's my own fault for not strengthening
and keeping it up.
Preventative. Yep.
So because I'm jumping back on the elliptical finally for the half an hour. What I'm thinking of doing is just doing a little regime after or before of core strength and back strength, getting on the floor and lifting some weights with my
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'll probably incorporate that. Maybe I'll bring it down to 20 minutes on the elliptical and then 10 minutes of a little bit of weights, I want to just have a 30-minute session every day, but
that would be every day. 30 minutes is good.
Well, I was doing 30 minutes a day on the elliptical every day for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, that's just cardio though.
Yeah. And it makes you feel good. And then I'd play Diablo while I'm on the elliptical. I'd play video games while I was on the elliptical because when you're sitting in front of the TV for 4 hours, you're like, why can't I just exercise a little bit, a fraction of this time?
VR, man.
While I play that. Yeah, VR does it, but the VR games I play are a lot of upper body
and cardio.
So
I don't. Yeah,
my
VR
back
is going to all be cardio. It's all going to be cardio.
Yeah, but my back doesn't get activated, right? You're just standing in one spot. You're just standing there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't think it'd be possible for VR to be like.
You know what they should do? A VR swimming game where you lay on a bench and you have to doggy paddle. You get all
Didn't even have to have a bench.
Yeah, I don't have that. I had all that. I sold it all because I have no friggin' space in this house. This massive house, I have no fucking space.
Yeah, well, I have a small house with no space.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway, last night we were actually live guests on Tony, a.k.a. Samurai Kibiji's show, codenamed Good Game. We had a blast. We played some Tony questions. We discussed this generation of gaming, covering PS5, the Xbox Series consoles, and PC. You can actually check that video out on his channel, which will be in this episode's description, so be sure to check it out, and his channel. He covers everything from Xbox news, analyzes topics, and speculations. He's really good at those speculations. So
hype. He's a hype beast.
Yeah. And his reactions are very good. He gets into it. Very great channel. Check him out. So I think we're just gonna head all over to game time. Yeah, shall we?
Shall we head over to game time?
But first, a word from our VR sponsors. Hello, everyone. We are thrilled to announce an exciting new partnership with VRRock.com. Get ready to enhance your VR experience with VR Rock's protective lenses available for both prescription and non-prescription users. As a fellow VR enthusiast, I opted for their blue light canceling lenses. These lenses are designed to protect my PSVR 2's stock lenses from scuffs and scratches while helping to reduce eye strain caused by prolonged exposure to blue light during extensive VR gaming sessions. Installing VR Rock's lenses is a breeze, a simple click and a magnet snap, and you're all set for a comfortable and immersive VR adventure. The best part, our friends at VRRock.com have a special offer for you guys, our listeners. You can head over to VR-Rock.com, that's VR-Rock.com, and by using the coupon code ELDERTROLLS on checkout, you'll enjoy an exclusive 10% discount on your order. VR-Rock.com ships worldwide, and all their products are tax-free. We extend our sincere gratitude to VR-Rock.com for supporting us and making our VR experiences safer and more enjoyable. So don't miss out. Grab your VR Rock lenses and get ready for an unforgettable gaming journey.
Okay, well, should we talk about Dragon Age Veilguard?
Well, I didn't play it. If you want to start off with that, sure, and then I can get into what I've been playing or dabbling in.
Well, Pam has been playing it, okay? And she's been waiting for this game for 10 years.
10 years!
10 years!
10 years!
10 years, man! 10 years! That's a little reference to Gross Point Blank. Very good movie from the early 2000s for you youngins who don't know what that is. But yeah. And, leading up to it, I'm seeing these weird clips online with this weird writing that they have gotten it. And I'm like, what the hell is this game? And it seems like such a far off thing from like the one that I played where it's like a little, darker. It looks more raw, more like, I want to say darker fantasy, you know what I mean?
Like more realistic fantasy.
Realistic? Yeah, I don't know. But like, it just seems super strange. And I'm like, Pam, I don't think you're going to like this game. And she's like, shut up. Don't tell me anything.
Don't tell me what to do. Man.
Like, ugh. And now this morning, after playing it for 2 days, she's been ranting in my ear. She's ranting at me. Like she thinks the lore is good. She likes she likes the way it looks.
Okay. I do too. I like that aesthetic.
Yeah, she likes the way it looks. She says the gameplay is good, but she was first of all, the character creation, she was pissed that she couldn't put bigger tits on her character.
You know what? Like
the biggest tits are little tiny tits. And she was just like, what is this? I can't put big boobs on my character.
Man, I don't know.
They're just like, what?
It's crazy how even before when those Japanese games come over here, they censor them for us Americans. Like the jiggle physics.
The jizzy physics?
Like with an RPG, I want all those sliders to go to 1 billion, okay? I want my ass dragging on the floor if I want. I want my feet the size of clown feet if I want. Okay, give me the options. Okay, let me have itty bitty boobs. Let me have massive boobs. Let me have a big old cock. Let me have a tiny cock. Okay, just give me my options. It's my choice. This is my choice.
Yeah,
and
it's my body, my choice.
And then you're taking it away from me. And it's a virtual world, like it's a fucking cartoon character. Let me make it a
especially
cartoon
in
character.
this game, particularly where it's supposed to be so inclusive and all this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
that's very strange.
You're excluding all our big titted ladies,
Or big ass ladies,
big
or
ass
men,
ladies, big feet.
or whatever. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, she was not impressed with that, and but it did give the option to choose your pronoun
Mhm.
in the character creator, so that's good. Anyway, I was related to that. As she's playing, I guess she's just like they just cram this gender thing.
Yes.
They're just cramming it
Constantly.
constantly, and I'm like, man, like what is that? Like, you can still be inclusive without doing all of that. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, why do you have to do that? Like, look at Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, you could be a big-titted person with a
Little dick.
schlong,
Yeah.
giant schlong, no schlong,
Yeah.
no tit. You know, you could be anything you want. They didn't mention it. It was just part of the game. You could be gay. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's
Mhm.
part of the game, and it perfectly integrated it without even noticing it. You know what I mean?
Now, to us as straight males, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this seems to be what this whole game is like making it about. Do you know what I mean?
I'd have to. I can't
I
say
don't
it.
know.
I'd have to play it. The stuff I've seen, it's very like it's heavy fist. It's like ham fisted, as Nave would say. It's like punching you in the face. And I don't like being preached at, whether it's religion, whether it's like what to do,
Politics. Try not to
politics,
get-
how
yeah,
I
try
should
not to
feed
get into it,
myself,
but,
eating
like,
vegetables. You know, like I
to
don't
me,
want to be
it's
preached
just a
at.
bit. It's just a bit sad that they did this. They went that direction. You know, in a game that has been developed for 10 years, the fans have been waiting for this for 10 years, and they expected it to be like a Dragon Age game.
Mhm.
When it's kind of shifted, and it's not really. Okay, the director of this game. This will give you an idea. First off, of kind of how we got here. The director of this game's name is Corinne Bush, okay? This is her Twitter profile. I'm reading this directly from her Twitter profile. Or sorry, threads. Threads, whatever. Self-titled, queerosexual gendermancer, game director of Dragon Age the Veilguard.
I'm glad. Okay.
That's all you gotta know. And then I guess the writing is just really bad. Pam said that the dialogue is they're talking to a 5-year-old.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I
they're
mean?
teaching, they're preaching. That's
Yeah, they're like
from what I can.
they're like it's like condescending, teaching you and like talking to you like you're a 5-year-old. It seems so bad. Like I sat there and watched her play for a little bit. I was like, man, I cannot. The dialogue is just so vanilla. It's like AI wrote it. It's almost like AI.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like they used
I can see
AI
that.
to write some of this stuff, which would be fucking horrible if it's true. But I have heard people mention that as well. It's not a good look, man. It's not a good look. And another thing, I guess there's a streamer named Natalia, Spanish-speaking streamer Natalia Sirnov, was blasting it after she obtained a review copy. The only way she could get a review copy is by allegedly informing the company
that they're
she was-
transgender.
yes, that she
Oh
was
my God.
non-binary. And then they gave her a copy. And I was just like,
Are you kidding me?
yeah, that's what she said. That's what she said. And then she got to play it, and then she absolutely blasted it. Like, she hated it. Just fucking. Guess who got a review code from Dragon Age the Veilguard? BioWare just sold his soul to the devil. She's not English speaking, by the way. I just had to say I was a non-binary woman, and they gave it to me.
Well, that's not right? Non-binary woman?
A non-binary? Yeah, non-binary. She just had to say she was non-binary,
Right.
and they immediately gave her a
Wow,
review code. So I'm not sure if that's kind of like we're seeing some polarizing reviews.
Oh, yeah. Like I was going to pick this game up. Okay.
Some places 10 out of 10. Some places like this game sucks. Like, wow, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a game so
Polarized. Like,
polarizingly reviewed. It's nuts.
like a lot of the big news guys, like the ones that get actually paid, right? Like IGN and Eurogamer and all this stuff, right? They were all high 90s. Everyone, and then you get to like the independent guys on YouTube who were able to get a review code, and they're very low, like 60s, 50s.
Why
60s.
is that? Why would that be, you think?
Well, obviously, from that story you just said, it sounds like EA was only letting certain people review or certain, I don't know, crowds review to make sure that they were going to give a more positive review.
Yeah, it was like they were
catering
selected.
to certain groups, right?
Mm.
You can, if you're building this thing with this structure and image in your mind, and you're like, oh, the group that will like this is this group, right? So let's try to get review copies into these guys' hands, okay? And then,
which is automatically a mistake because the group that should like this game are Dragon Age fans.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. That should be nothing more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's awful. It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
It's unfortunate for people who waited a long time for this game.
And it's $95.
Yeah.
Like
Pam bought it for $130, some special
fuck.
edition. I'm like, dude, what really?
Nowadays, you just have to wait. You have to wait, and you have to read both sides, right? And you got to see if the game's for you. This game, although I don't mind there being that stuff or like whatever. Like I don't really care about that.
No.
Okay.
I don't care.
What I care about is preachiness and like not being subtle about, certain things being preached at me, whether it's, like I said before, politics, religions, anything like that. I don't want it in my face when I'm playing a fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. Okay. That's all it is for me. But what are you going to do?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it did sway you. You were going to buy
I was
it.
about to. Yeah. I was about to.
Hmm.
But now that my gaming budget is very small, I have to really think twice and read the reviews before I buy games now. And I don't like to be preached at. I don't like to be taught like a toddler. So that's it.
Yeah, Pam sent me a video of this guy who's a writer, and he kind of went through some of the dialogue and just kind of like they did on Concord, that guy with the art. With the character creator. Yeah. It was like that, but it was for the writing, and he give like example on how it could have been better and why it's not good, why it's like there's no layers. It's just very plain.
It's baby.
Dumbed down.
Yeah.
It's like and everything that I've seen is just like they're talking to you like you're freaking 5 years old. Man. Like, what is this? Like,
I don't like
elementary school.
I don't
It seemed very dumb, but I won't play it. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Pam is gonna stick it through and play the rest of it.
I might later on if it's like $10.
$10.
Anyway, moving on from that, I have been playing the new Pokemon TCG Pocket for mobile.
When did that come out?
Like
just recently?
Like 3 days ago. Holy shit, man. My face has been glued to my phone. Remember, we did an episode about Hearthstone versus Gwent versus the Pokemon TCG versus whatever. I think I played this one in its like beta form or something. Was that?
No. You played
so confusing
the old one, no?
No, because
that was right around the time when that new version came out.
Yeah,
of
but it wasn't
the main game.
Yeah, this isn't it. This is another one.
This is a new one. Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, so anyway, if you go back into that episode, I had some picks and stuff about this game. There was too much shit on the cards. Okay, too much reading on the cards. The UI was very sterile, like a doctor's office, or dentist office. Yeah. But like,
did you go back and listen to the episode?
No, I remember because I can remember when I was playing the new one. So I picked this one up. Okay, the UI's similar, very similar. But it's better organized.
Well, the other one you couldn't play on phones. It was only for tablets.
You had to like download it and sideload the APK or whatever if you want, and then like everything was like super tiny.
Yeah, you couldn't read it.
But this one you can play on your tablet and your phone, and it looks great. Okay,
nice.
It looks beautiful. The UI is still super clean, like a dentist office, but how it's organized and laid out, much better, from what I can remember. Everything's big, nice and juicy. I can click the buttons properly. I can look at the cards. The cards are like almost full screen, and they look gorgeous. These things, very crisp, very sharp, very very nice. And it's like I'm holding the card. You know, in Marvel Snap, they ripped Marvel Snap for a lot of stuff in this this game. Like Marvel Snap, remember you could move around the card.
Oh, they ripped it off?
You move around the card, and like the shininess of the card and like the holographic of the card really pops.
Mm-hmm.
They did the same thing here. When you're moving those like EX cards, the nice looking ones.
Oh
my god!
Looks like you're looking at the card.
Yeah.
Does it have like motion on your phone, like phone motion?
Yeah.
Oh,
very cool, very cool and addictive. And I'm like, oh, I need more of these shiny things so I can shine up my eyeballs, you know? So like,
so how does like the pack ripping work? Can you rip
packs? So good too. Yeah. So you choose your booster pack, and and the foil looks like foil, you know, like that nice foil. And then to rip open the pack, you can either click and drag, and it rips the corner. Mm-hmm. You know, like slowly. You can even slowly rip the pack open with like a slow drag, or you can just rip it off with your finger. It like cuts the top off, and and the foil kind of moves. Man, it's very like detailed, and what's the word I'm looking for? It feels very good, even though it's just a fucking screen. It's like tricking my brain. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah, very cool.
Interesting.
It's not very like in your face about the monetization. It's very slow on that at the beginning. I'm still going through like the tutorials to get some basic cards in my collections to make decks and stuff like that. I don't remember the last game, but whenever you have when you're going through the tutorial, they'll give you like rental decks, right? So you can beat the tutorial matches with like a rental fire deck versus like
there was like a kind of a challenge, an AI challenge kind of section where you could challenge these AI trainers and kind of get rewards. You get packs and stuff like that.
Do they have that? Same kind of thing, but it's missions. So it's like finish these tutorials, get a pack, right, or get a booster pack. Okay. It's like that. So like right now, I'm just getting all my free currencies so then I can build my packs and my deck and all that kind of stuff. Very, very cool. I haven't fought anyone yet, but I remember before in the other Pokemon TCG, you had to kill all like the active Pokemon and his bench Pokemon.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Or get 6 prize cards.
Yeah. So I don't know yet because I haven't went into like actual PvP, but in all the tutorials, which I'm assuming is going to be the same because it's a tutorial, all you have to do is kill or knock out 3 of his Pokemon.
Any Pokemon? Because what if you knock out like an EX?
Yeah, it counts as 2, so you have to do 3.
So it's only 3 prize cards, whereas before it was 6 in the main game.
So the matches are way faster, which I had a problem with before. I said the matches are way too long. Now it's like boom, 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 boom.
It's because the timer system in Pokemon is different. You have a 25-minute total timer. Turn times don't matter. It's total time.
These games take like 5 minutes. Like it's fast. It's very fast. Like pissing. Like I could piss. Remember our toilet rating? Can you
play it on the shitter?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now for sure. You can play multiple games on the shitter. Okay. Very good.
So that's interesting because a lot of decks. Is there a turn timer?
I didn't play PvP on the tutorials. There wasn't. So
because a lot of Pokemon decks, like a lot of these,
it might be very different.
There's a lot of cycling, and there's just like constant cycling if you get your combo off, and it takes fucking forever, which is a problem.
Yes.
In the game. Like it takes forever to do these turns on some of these decks.
What I noticed was there was no card to take because once I fill my bench up, I can't, and I get like some nice cards out of my deck. I can't switch off my bench from my hand. I didn't have any trainers to do that, and that was pissing me off. So I'd get a full hand of all these cards, but I wasn't able to put any of those like basic Pokemon on my bench to then start like building up my Gengar.
How big is your bench?
Like 3 cards on the bench and then 1 active.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So the bench in the real game is like 6, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So I haven't come across a trainer that either removes a card from your bench to then be able to like put like the Pokemon you've been waiting to come out of your deck, you know what I mean? to
Can you
start.
search your collection for trainers and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's trainers to like look at your cards, pull X amount of like basic cards, all that stuff, like all that
No,
stuff
but
that you
like
would get before.
you can search. Can you search your collection? Because the collection on the other game, on the full game, is pretty good. Like you can search with keyword. I think you can search by all these different
I think you can.
filters.
I think you can, because then you can see your whole. You can even like scroll down your whole collection, and they're nicely put in like these things. And then you can get binders to put your cards into. Then like look, like it's all man. It's very very
Binders?
cool. Yeah, it's a new cosmetic thing that you can either buy or unlock.
Oh,
You can get different binders that like open and slide and like all, you can. Man, very very cool. I've played it maybe like collectively, maybe like a handful of hours because it's only like 5-minute games,
I'm gonna check it out.
but very cool. You can link your Nintendo account.
Mhm.
And it said if you want to continue a save, I'm assuming if you have previously have a TCG Pokemon account, I'm assuming
Oh,
you'll be able to import it. Maybe
nice.
it says
I do. I have a very huge collection online, actually.
continue your save. I don't know what that means. I didn't have anything before, so I just started a new one.
What about
So you might have to check that out.
codes? Code cards. Can you redeem codes and rip
Um,
packs?
I believe so. I believe you can buy your packs and
Because I
then
have a shit ton of code cards.
get the codes. Also, I haven't tried that yet because I don't buy Pokemon cards, so I don't know.
I have lots of codes, I think.
But very cool. This will definitely be staying on my phone. Definitely. This will actually most likely take a lot of time away from Hearthstone for sure. Now that it's all the beef I had, or most of the beef I had with the other one, is like fixed. And it's very nice. And I can't get over how good the cards look. Like they look that good. Like
Nice.
so good. But that's what I've been dabbling in there. I popped in Dead Space Remastered on PS5 because it was free with the PS Plus. I played about an hour
really?
of that, and I was like, nah.
I watched Rob play that.
Yeah.
I think he streamed that.
Yeah,
That's
last year or
funny.
something. But like,
Yeah.
I can see how cool this game is. Like, it's very alien-esque, like the aesthetic. It's not like it doesn't have like the old futuristic like monitors and shit like that. You know what I mean? Retro futuristic, whatever they call it. It's futuristic, but it's very like
Normal
alien.
futuristic.
It feels like an alien movie, you know, that when you're going through the ship. Very cool. There's a lot of back and forth I've already noticed. Not a big fan.
Like backtracking.
Yeah, like I go all the way over to here, I pick up
Yeah.
this key card, and it's like, oh, now you got to go unlock this fucking thing at the beginning of the game. I'm like, ugh, I gotta go
I hate
through the shit while things are jumping at me out of the vents. But very cool. If I'm bored and I'm just gonna sit on the couch, I'll definitely be picking this one back up.
I bought a game that I thought maybe I would play
Oh,
for Halloween.
Oh,
scary,
really?
But then I hurt my back and I can't sit. I couldn't sit down like at the computer because I hurt my back. So I basically put my computer on the TV again and I just lied on the floor and played Bazaar. That's what I was doing for the last like 2 days. But I bought Signalis. It was on sale for like $10 or something like that, or something super cheap. I wanted to play it because everyone says it's so good, but I didn't get to play it because of my back. But hopefully I will.
I tried to play it. It's not my kind of game. Within like an hour, I was already stuck, and I'm like, I hate puzzles. I hate this shit. I'm not playing this fucking game.
I also started playing Call of Duty
Oh yes.
Black Ops 6, the campaign. Call of Duty campaigns are good, man.
Hmm.
I didn't play the last one though. Apparently, it wasn't very good. But I mean, if you're looking
the
for
one I played one.
you played the last one.
I played Vanguard. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, that's not the last one. That's like old Vanguard.
Is it? What's the last one?
Modern Warfare 3 was the last one. Modern Warfare 3, Vanguard was Vanguard before that?
Let's see.
Vanguard was after Cold War, Black Ops Cold War, which was also excellent, which I played.
Oh, okay.
The Cold War campaign was the one in the 80s. That one was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
This one is kind of similar. It's kind of the continuation of that one, which is cool because I skipped Vanguard and Modern Warfare 3, and I'm back on the one that takes place after the last Black Ops, obviously. So it's takes place in the early 90s during Operation Desert Storm.
Oh yeah.
So you get to go to the Middle East, you do some ops in there. It's cool, man.
Does it have that lady I like?
It's very cinematic. It's very like big moments, big epic kind of, like moments during like you're on a vehicle and you're getting blasted by friggin' choppers and then it explodes and something happens and it runs really well. It runs very well.
Is that a shocker for COD games?
Through the campaign? No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
but
okay,
I mean,
that's what
it's one AAA title that has all the bells and whistles and it runs well. That's good. We don't see that often, but it's not a giant fucking open world thing, right? It's probably easier for them to get to run decently well because it's a small scale, small levels. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got about. I think I'm on the 4th mission. But it's similar to the last one. It's like you have a base where you go back to run missions from. You have like the whiteboard or whatever that's shows you your missions. It's very similar to the last one, but also some of the characters that are in there from the last one, like this Adler guy. Adler.
Oh, what about the chick? What about the girl?
Who's the chick?
The Middle Eastern girl?
The one from The Boys?
Yeah. Is she in it?
No.
Oh.
No, she's not in it. No, that was just from the last one. But yeah, it's very cool. The first mission I had to like sneak in, or not the first mission, but one of the missions I had to sneak into like a CIA underground site in Washington D.C. That was like underneath this really cool like event hall that there was an event at with like politicians. There was like a senator there, some senator that I needed to. You had to get in and talk to him, and just to take a picture of like his eyes to get into the retinal scanner, and you had to do this whole thing, like schmooze a bunch of people. It was cool.
Nice.
It was very cool. But yeah, sneaking around, and then the friggin' cops come, and and of course you're Black Ops, right? So you're on your own. You don't exist.
You don't exist. If you get caught.
Yeah, exactly. So the cops are friggin'. The whole place gets raided, and I'm like, oh my god, and you have to like escape. It was cool. I love Call of Duty campaigns. I don't know, I just love them. The multiplayer on the other hand,
they're usually very sick. Usually
not so much I can say for the multiplayer. I hated it. I played it for like a couple hours. Fucking horrible. I don't know, man. I'm so sick of this COD multiplayer. First of all, if you don't start off right away playing, you're already behind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you have to level all your stupid guns. You have to unlock all the stupid attachments. It's so annoying. And your guns when you start off are awful. They don't do any fucking damage. The recoil is horrible. And you just get beamed by aim assist. People with aim assist. I think maybe that's what it is. It's a controller game.
It's a controller game.
Yep. It's a controller game. Like a mouse and keyboard in Call of Duty is just a dying thing. Credit to Apex for nerfing aim assist. Apex did nerf aim assist. It's much better now. It's in a much better place. But Call of Duty needs to do this as well, because that's all I like. I'm hitting shots. I get most of my shots on hit markers. The time to kill is surprisingly long. It's surprisingly long in multiplayer, but it could just be because the guns were fucking awful. Like the starting guns just don't do as much damage.
Yeah.
And everyone else just has unlocked more shit and is just killing me. It was very frustrating. I would also just spawn and immediately die. Like the spawning was fucking awful. I just remember why I hate Call of Duty multiplayer. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. I'll pick it up. I'm not going to play multiplayer anymore, but I will play the campaign.
Yeah.
Actually, I might play the multiplayer if like Nave and Phil want to play it, because I think they're doing an episode on it. I'm not sure. But yeah. That's all I've been playing. Oh, and the Bazaar.
Yes, of course. We'll talk about it later. One last thing I want to cover is the Monster Hunter Wilds beta.
Oh. Is it beta? I thought it was out.
No, it's beta. So it was released early beta for PS Plus subscribers. So you could get like a day early beta. So I downloaded it on the PS5.
It's only a day. It's just early access.
No, it's a beta for the weekend, but they gave it an extra day for PS Plus subscribers.
Oh, early access to the beta.
Yeah. This game doesn't come out till February, I think, next year.
Okay.
But wow, what a mess.
Oh, really? Well.
Like, I know it's a beta, but holy fuck, man. Like, well, first of all, okay, I might be a tiny bit biased because I don't think I like these games. I've tried to get into World. I've tried to get into the other one, Monster Hunter Rise, which I like better, which I like more than World. Rise, it's like a little bit easier. But this one's gonna be more like the World, I guess you could say. But like, there's no health bars on the monsters, right? This is just like the basic mechanics of these games. There's no health bar on the monster. You have to look out for signs of them getting weak, right? They'll have wounds on their arms, which you have to attack the wounds to further damage them faster, right? Cripple them so they can't get away.
What if they're small? Are they small? They're
No,
not
these are like big. Well, the guy I fought was very big toad-looking frog dinosaur thing.
Oh.
And the locking on, there's like no lock-on system. It is, but it's very like, it's like you click to like center your screen onto the monster, and then it like kind of goes away. So like when you're trying to swing your friggin' swords and you're swinging them, and then mid combo or whatever, you're not even hitting the monster anymore. You're like just going off like sideways, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I have to center the screen again. There's no lock-on mechanism, which maybe there is. They didn't tell me how to do it. They just told me how to center the screen onto the monster, like you lock onto him, but then the lock goes away. I don't know if there's a way to keep that lock on the monster, so I'm just not like going off into the other direction.
Oh, it's just
during
like
a combo.
center.
Yeah,
Just like a centering.
it drives me crazy. And like the animations are long. If you have a nice big axe or sword, the animations are fucking long. So you're like swinging this thing, and it takes like 3 seconds to swing this thing, and the monster's like on the other side of the screen, and I have to fucking run over to him. Not my game. Not my game. Okay. Aside from that, very low resolution on the PS5
Really?
beta. Like, I swear to you, it's got to be 720p. 1080p, like 1080p max on the performance mode, because the quality mode, although looks a little bit sharper, it's slow as ass, like very slow. Like I don't even think it hits 30 FPS. I don't even. There's no fucking way. But like the performance mode is blurry, Vaseline, like very low res. It's like they crammed all the polygons into the faces of the characters because they do a lot of close-up face shots, and then whenever you like look off to their clothes or to like the market stall they're like standing in with the wood pillars, the resolution on the textures is trash. Like, it looked so bad. But like whenever you zoom out and you're like running on your chocobo mount thing that they have, like it looks okay, but like when it really gets in and close, I can tell that it's very low res. Like, I bet this game, if you could find a computer or a system that could run this at 4K, you know what I mean? At 60 FPS, which will never happen. It's not going to happen. Mark my words right now. It would probably look pretty sweet.
5090 will do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe. When's that coming out? That's this year? Possibly.
January.
Possibly. So the minimum spec sheets for this says this game is expected to run at 1080p, upscaled from 720 native resolution.
Wait, what?
At 30 FPS. This is the minimum requirements. Like the minimum hardware required to play
PC?
this game. Yeah. We'll play it at 720p upscaled to 1080p at 30
For
FPS
minimum.
with the lowest graphics settings. Okay?
What card? What card?
I think they said 5700, 5800X T with a 10 series Intel, so 10,000 series Intel. So like 4 years old-ish stuff.
5700 XT.
5700X. I had it up and I closed it here. Damn it.
That's a video card? I thought that's a CPU.
So the minimum is an i5 10 series or an i3 12 series or a Ryzen 5 3600. 16 gigs of RAM, an NVIDIA GTX 1660, or an AMD Radeon 5600 XT. Yeah, I was right.
5600 XT.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty old.
That's going to get you, or target. It's going to try to target 720p upscale to 1080p, 30 FPS on the lowest graphic settings.
Upscaled with FSR, not DLSS, because those cards don't use DLSS.
It doesn't say that. I don't know if there's like a.
Those cards don't have, or they're not.
I don't know if the
RTXs.
game, if you set the game to 1080p, the game itself will do its own. I don't know.
No,
like
it'll be FSR.
Yeah.
It'll be whatever it is. It uses.
Now,
which that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's gonna look fucking awful.
Now, the 5600 XT is the series behind the equivalent to the PS5. Okay, so like I said before, the equivalency if you were going to match a PS5 to something is around the 6600.
But how about that Ryzen CPU that you mentioned? That
Oh,
3600?
yeah,
that's what's in the
old.
PS5.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm not off in thinking. I'm not very far off in thinking that the PS5 on performance mode is running at 720 1080p. I don't like. I'm not. I don't think I'm far off. So this guy, as highlighted by a new video shared by MX Benchmark PC on YouTube, the game's open beta, which is finally live on all platforms, struggles to run at 60 FPS at native 1080p resolution on an RTX 4070 GPU.
What?
At the highest settings, often dipping in the 50s and 40s range out in the open world.
At 1080p?
1080p
On a 4070.
On a
like
4070.
a normal 4070.
Can you fucking believe that?
How much does a 4070 cost?
900
$800?
No, no. In
It's
Canada,
fucking sad.
yeah, probably around 800, 900. Because the 4080 is equivalent to our card, which is $1,200. So yeah, about $1,000 for that card. Isn't that just disgusting? Like, don't you want
I'm
to vomit
disgusted.
in your fucking mouth?
Yes, I do. This is we discussed this last night
Yeah.
on Tony's show.
Yeah,
Like
and-
this gen is, while we're seeing, ray tracing, we're seeing all these big new games. They all look better and better. They all run worse.
Huh. Now, again, okay, this is beta. With NVIDIA, with the DLSS and frame generations, things obviously fared much better as the open beta runs at higher than 60 FPS on both 1440p and 1080p resolutions. Okay, so obviously, when I turned this game on the PS5 with no frame generation and probably FSR upscaling on it, it looked like asshole. Okay, it was gross. And I was like, this has got to be like whenever they weren't showing the person's face, even when they were showing the person's face, when you decrease your resolution to like 720p or 1080p, everything gets larger. You know what I mean? Like on your screen, everything kind of like gets bigger, and you can see like
It's zoomed in.
Yeah, it's like zoomed in, right? That's what it felt like a lot when I was playing the beta, and I was just like, I don't even want to look at this. The edges of the characters, like very aliased. I was not impressed.
I wonder how many people will buy a PS5 Pro to play this.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
With Pisser.
Yeah.
With Pisser. Turn the Pisser on.
Like, this is like, people are just like now, it's time now, to get, like, it's pretty much forcing you. If you guys don't care about how a game looks, but, like, anybody who has any kind of fidelity inkling or, like, looking at stuff and, like, pixel peeping, like, you're going to have to get a PS5 Pro. And it'll probably run at a 60 FPS at 1080p. Upscaled to 40. Like, it won't even fucking, like...
It just makes me
cry. It makes me want to cry.
Makes me want to cry that this is what we have succumbed to. And that's what I was saying last night on Tony's show. Like, of all the good things and all the cool games that have happened this generation in the last 4 years, all that I think about this generation is the need for upscaling and how shitty games run.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this generation is to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking awful.
You know what? Maybe in like
and it's
5 years.
expensive.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe in 5 years when I upgrade my rig, I can come back to this generation and enjoy these games at 4K 60 FPS.
Yeah. Maybe that's
maybe I'll take a nap.
Maybe
for
that's
5
the
years.
thing. Yeah, maybe that's gonna be the thing here. We'll just start playing games from 2020.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, if you buy current hardware now and then start the game catalog from 2020, going onward.
Yeah.
I mean,
You'll have
and
a
don't
good
play
time.
new games. Yeah, you'll be fine. Like right now, if you had a good new computer and you haven't played Cyberpunk, go
Yeah.
back, you play Cyberpunk,
Mhm.
and it'll run great.
Mhm.
It'll look great. You'll have an amazing time, and then go from there. Like all the games that have ran like shit over the last, the last few years
Yeah.
when they came out, play on a little bit more updated hardware, and you just lag behind the generation
Yep.
a little bit.
I think that's like the
That's
cost.
that's the key. That's the play.
The cost and headaches being at the bleeding edge won't even
It's
get
absurd.
you. It's absurd. It won't even get you what you want, and it's absurd and it's expensive. So
It's going to get more expensive.
yeah.
If
Because
because
Nvidia runs the show now.
No, not only that. I don't want to get too political, but if Trump gets elected, the tariffs that he's going to put on China,
Oh, yeah.
boys and girls, the fucking prices of electronics are going to go up, and it's going to happen if he gets in. It won't happen to us, hopefully. But in the States, that will be a reality. Anything that's tariffed and taxed, they're not going to the consumer's going to pay for it. They're not going to pay those taxes and then still sell the product for the same price. Like they're going to go up like 40%, 60%. Talking laptops, fucking game consoles, anything that is made in fucking China.
Well, then we got to bring it in house and make it in America.
Yeah, right.
American game consoles. The
Don't
Trump
hold my
machine.
breath.
The
Don't
Trump
hold your
console.
The Trump box.
The Trump box. I'd buy it. It's just got like this.
It's the best box. It's very good. Very good box.
Very good resolution.
Very good. Okay, it's great resolution.
Runs at 4,000 FPS.
Billions and billions of FPS. All right.
Anyway, that's what I got.
Let's get into game or whatever the fuck
Yes.
we're going into.
Let's talk about the Bazaar. But first,
Bazaar.
we do have a merch store. Yeah. If you want to support the show, there's a few designs up there.
I've got a design idea.
Okay. Make it happen.
It's a Concord shirt.
Oh. Well, Concord's already gone.
I know, it'll just be a tombstone that says it says Concord on it.
Wow.
And then it'll
Rest
just
in
say,
peace.
"We barely knew you." Something like that. I think it would be funny.
That's
but
funny.
like make it like in those in the colors, like the Concord fucking that'd be funny.
Yeah. Okay. But there are some designs over there. Head over there if you want to support the show. That's a good way to do it. Other ways to do it: subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, let them know about us. Anyway, let's get into the main topic. All right. Today we'll be talking about the Bazaar.
The Bazaar. Now, should we preface this?
Yes. I was going to say,
Bazaar.
Jonathan, give us some history.
Oh, some history. Okay.
Some blurb.
Well, back in the day, we played Hearthstone, correct? Me and Nathaniel playing Hearthstone a lot. I would say I have over 1,000 hours.
I'd like to know. Can we tell that?
Easily over 1,000 hours. I almost have 1,000 hours in Hearthstone Battlegrounds alone now. So like constructed over the last 10 years, way more than that. So Reynad is the name of the creator of this game. He was a Hearthstone pro back in the day. He
Very
created.
salty.
Oh yes, he was hilarious. Salty gamer. But he created some of the archetypes that were very popular back in the day. And he was the CEO of Tempo Storm, which was an esports kind of.
That's right. It was. Yeah. Okay.
So, well, he's branded the Bazaar under Tempo Storm still. So he quit Hearthstone. When he quit Hearthstone, he claimed he was going to create his own game, his own card game. And everyone was like, "Okay, Reynad," but like he disappeared. And
he vanished.
He just disappeared, and he was working on this game the whole time, I guess. And he grew his hair out, and he grew his Fu Manchu out, and he looks really weird and gross now. But he did it. We've been waiting for this. Like, I've been waiting for this for a long fucking time. I was like, okay, this sounds cool. Because the early stuff was like, okay. He had a lot of criticism for the game back in the day, like what would make it better, what
Mhm.
all this stuff. So I'm like, I was super interested in seeing his game, and now it's finally here. We are in the closed beta. I bought into the closed beta, which I don't usually do,
Yeah.
but I want to support this, and I wanted to see it, and I wanted to play it because I was watching some videos of the early friends and family, I guess, playtest stuff that they did, and it looked very, very cool, and I was very intrigued. And then I saw Crip. See, he still plays Hearthstone. He still plays
He
Hearthstone
uses a lot of
Battlegrounds,
battlegrounds. Yep.
but he plays Diablo too, Diablo 4 as well. But he was an old Hearthstone pro too, and he is vouching heavily for this game. And I was watching his video, and he said that it was like the best game he's played in the last decade, easily.
Like overall, the best game.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, that's pretty good praise, some pretty heavy praise. And so I was like, I have to do this. So I bought into it, and it came with 2 beta keys. So Nasty Nate got one as well, and we threw it on. And I have been just binge playing this game the last like two days since it came out. Like, I was waiting. I think it came out on the 30th, and I was just like waiting. Let's go. You couldn't play for the first 3 hours because it was just overloaded, but
Which was nice. I was at work, so I couldn't actually play it.
yeah, as the day went on into the night, you started getting in. So now, we said earlier, it is a hero builder.
Mm-hmm.
It is a card game. It is based on a card game, based on cards. There's not cards in the game. There is kind of cards, but it's more of like it's an auto battler like Hearthstone Battlegrounds.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to build a board and set up your pieces in a way that synergize with each other in order to automatically defeat your opponent. So there's 3 heroes in the beta, 3 separate heroes you can use. They all have different kind of effects and abilities that they play off of. But I believe, Nate, you only have access to one of them.
I had access just to the one, which was the pirate girl,
Pirate lady.
with the free beta key, since I didn't back the game or pay into it. Then I was like, okay, I played this pirate lady quite a bit. I'd like to try out the other guys. So I was like, oh, I'll give them some money since I was playing it quite a bit. And when I looked at the heroes, they were 500 coins each. I was like, okay, great. I'll buy both of them. It's not that big deal. When I bought 1,000 coins and I bought the one hero, the other one went up in price, like a less of a discount.
Oh.
So it was like 80% discount if you bought the first hero, and then the second hero goes to 40% discount. So I was like, fuck. Well, then I might as well have just bought the Founders Edition for X amount and got everything, right?
No, it's probably less expensive.
So I don't have one of the heroes. I have the pig guy and I have the pirate.
The pig guy's cool. Okay, so there's a pig dude. There's a Pygmalion, I think his race is called Pygmalion. Or no, that's his name, Pygmalion. There is a pirate lady, and then there's the little robot dude. Dooley is his name. So the way the game works is it's called the Bazaar because you go through a series of merchants. There's rounds. You can call them rounds that the game goes through, but they're measured in days in game. So days and hours. So each day in game is set up of, I believe it's 7 hours. Yeah, 7 hours, I think, or 8 hours. And each hour there's an event. So each hour you go through
new items or open chests.
You get an event where you can visit a merchant. You can visit something else to get take a chance at a random prize or a random item. And your items, they are different sizes, and your board is a set size. So you can place as many items that fit on your board.
Question. When I notice, how does the board extend? I know it starts off small.
When you level up.
Oh, okay.
So when you gain XP, every 8 XP, you gain a level, and your board increases in size up to a maximum size. So what you want to do is you want to buy items within the bazaar from the different merchants that synergize with your main ability, your main item that you choose kind of at the beginning. You get a choice. You get a choice right off the bat of, I think it's out of about 3 items, you get to choose one that you're going to kind of start with and that you're going to kind of build around. But the pirate and the pig dude, they're a bit different than the robot. The robot, you choose off a core item that only the robot can have and can use. So that's what you base your entire build off of, is that first kind of choice. Whereas the other two,
Yeah. Okay.
you can choose one, but you could scrap it after. You don't
Yes.
need to keep it.
Correct.
Whereas if you're the robot, you have to build around your core, whatever you chose. So it does kind of sway your direction
Okay.
right off the bat, which is harder to do. He's probably the hardest guy to
Yeah,
play.
because after I got the ball rolling with the prior girls, like, this is getting pretty easy. Like, now I know like what I'm aiming for, and I can pretty much steamroll until like the last hero I have to kill or whatever.
Yeah, so the way that works is with the pirate girl, she's more like weapon centric, a lot of weapon stuff. She has synergy using aquatic weapons because she's a pirate.
Yeah.
So each item will have like tags on it, like weapon. It's a weapon. It's a tool. It's a friend. It's a location. It's
shield.
It's all these things. There's shield effects. There's damage effects. There's poison. There's burn.
Mm-hmm.
There's all these different things that you can kind of build towards and synergize with. There's haste, there's crit. You can give items crit,
like slow people's items,
slow people's items, freeze people's items.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about that, when you're freezing and slowing during the combat, so each item has a cooldown that will kind of fill up, and once the little level thing gets to the top, the item will go off. So that's what the whole thing is based on. Now, some items don't have cooldowns. They just do things when something else happens. It'll proc. So you want to basically build your board in a way that is strong enough for you to defeat your opponent. Which like sometimes the game just doesn't give you much, which is obviously happens, and it's happened to me many times in Hearthstone Battlegrounds. It's the same thing. But what's your experience? Have you won a 10 game a 10? So the way it works is you win 10 games, or you win 10 fights against PvP players, which happens at the top of the day and every day.
Is that an actual dude?
Yes, it's
An
not
actual
it's not
player.
live. It's not live.
It's like their build at the time.
It's their build at that time. It's a snapshot. So after 7 hours in game, once you reach the top of the day or the end of the day, you battle another player.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You battle another player's ghost, basically. You battle their build at that exact same time as what you're at, like day 2, end of day 2 build. Which is really cool that this isn't live, because you can just pause it, you can close it, and you can go back later and resume.
Mm-hmm. Or when you get disconnected,
amazing.
Which is happening to me quite a lot.
Yeah, you get disconnected.
Go
right back in and you start. You could literally pause for days, pause a run, and go back, and it'll be the same. And
very
would
cool.
Be there again.
I like that a lot.
It's so cool. It is so cool, because in Hearthstone Battlegrounds, I have to fucking sit there.
Yeah.
And when you're playing ranked, like, you can't just walk away, and like, you have to pay attention, or you'll just lose a bunch of points.
Yeah.
So I was really pumped about that. I had no idea like how the PvP aspect would work in the game, but that very cool, very chef's kiss, very nice,
very nice. So when I started, I thought the tutorial was very lacking. I had so many questions when they left me to my own devices. I was like, what do I click? Like, what am I clicking on? Do I click? What do I do? Right? Show me where I click for certain things. And it does for certain things, but like, what if I want to know what a keyword means? I couldn't highlight the keyword, click on the keyword, and it give me a little summary.
No. Yeah. No,
okay, there's no glossary. I can't go to a glossary and check what some of these shits means. Okay? I just had to.
But it's all pretty straightforward.
Yeah, but I had to play. Like, I still don't know what the one with the lightning bolt means.
Lightning
charge bolt? Or something?
Charge means it goes ahead a second.
Okay, well, where does it tell me that? It doesn't tell me that anywhere.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's beta. We're closed beta here.
I know. And if he's listening, put a glossary. Okay?
I'm sure it's in the plan.
So I want to be able to hover over keywords, any keyword, all keywords, and it give me a blurb.
Yeah, he said that the closed beta is mainly focused on the gameplay.
Okay.
And
okay. So yeah, it's probably why I wasn't able to. once I played
Yeah.
2-3 rounds, I go, okay, I understand what this stuff does.
Okay, so yeah, the lightning bolt is charge. It just means it skips ahead on the cooldown by X amount of seconds.
So what's the difference between that and haste?
Haste, it speeds up the cooldown. Charge, it literally skips a second. Haste just means it
Oh, by percentages, usually by percentage.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
percentage. It's like a percentage. I don't know what it is. Maybe I don't know what the exact percentage.
Yeah, well, it's like,
haste
oh,
is.
cooldowns by 10%, cooldowns by 3%, whatever, right? So like that's just
There is
faster.
that when an item has haste, I think it charges faster by 50% or something like that, 50% faster. So,
Okay.
but you can grant haste on your objects multiple seconds of haste, so that if the cooldown is 3 seconds on an item, and you give it haste for 3 seconds, it's gonna have haste the full cooldown.
Yeah,
right.
the full time.
Whereas if you give an item haste and it's got a really long cooldown, it's only going to do it a percentage of the cooldown, and then it'll stop and go to the normal.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So another thing that I found was hard was like you obviously don't know what at high noon when you're about to face a PvP guy, you don't know what build he's gonna have. You don't know anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So you go into it with what you think your board is pretty strong. Right.
Yeah.
So if I have like freeze an item, if I have an item that says freeze an item, I want to be able to know what item I'm freezing. Is it the leftmost item? I'm never gonna fight this guy again, most likely. So like, what's the real point in slowing down an item when you can't choose what item you want to slow down? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Because it slows their board. That's
just like it just slows
just
something on their board. Okay.
Yeah.
So that you can't really target. So you can't really.
No, but you don't know what you're battling anyway. So
exactly.
It doesn't really matter.
So that's a bit of a random squeeze. So I like to go freeze all or slow large, you know? I like to try to pinpoint something that I can have control over. And I've been having a lot of
There's
success
freeze multiple.
doing that. Yes.
Multicast is good.
Yeah. So I've having success with that. Another thing I got hung up on was why my weapons stopped casting. They would just at the top, right?
They have ammo.
Ammo,
yeah.
Okay, where's my glossary for ammo? What do I need to do for this ammo shit?
Yeah.
Okay, so that also hung me up. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Now, what do I get? I win these 10 gold wins.
Okay, so yeah, if you win 10
I get a ticket.
PvP, if you win 10 PvP matches in a game, that is a gold victory. That means you did the best that you could, and you get full rank. So you get full rewards, which is 1 ticket.
And what does this ticket do?
With the ticket, you can buy into playing ranked.
Ah, okay.
And in ranked is when you get rewards like actual skins, and you can open a chest. And
but I couldn't click on this ticket. Didn't tell me what it did.
Yeah.
Again, bringing me back to.
I have a bit of an issue with that. That's my really one of only not many issues with the game. But again, I'm hoping that they change this because it's not good. Like, how often do you don't get anything unless you get 10 victories and you get the gold. You get nothing. You get absolutely nothing.
Let's talk how long it takes.
And the games the games take a long
to
time.
get those 10 victories. You're playing for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, to go through a full game. Yeah, you're playing a long time.
And like,
but
the only reward you get is that
nothing.
one ticket at the end. If you get the 10 victories.
If you get 10 victories, that's it. Otherwise, you get sweet fuck all, and you just have to start a new game. And you don't get 10 victories very often.
No.
So like, you can't play ranked unless you get this ticket for after 10 victories. I'm sure that this is
you buy. Yeah. Well, no, you're gonna buy those tickets, right, to get into ranked. They got to make money somehow.
That's idiotic. Why would I buy tickets?
Because you're not buying packs, right? You're not buying cards, so they can't get you money. They can't get money from you buying cards. They're gonna do cosmetics, heavily cosmetic items for when you buy.
I guess if you're not buying,
buy the heroes, right?
Chests. If it's the only way to get the chests, like the packs, then okay, I guess. Because you do get coins. I've got about 75 coins or so from winning.
Okay.
Or no, the coins came from opening chests from my ranked rewards. So you don't get coins.
Oh, so you've played a ranked mode game?
Yeah, I've played a few ranked because I've won like, I don't know, 4 or 5 10 win games.
So 4 or 5 tickets you've won.
So I've got 4 or 5 tickets that you get to go and play ranked in. And in ranked is you get a chest for every 4 wins, I think. You get a chest, like a pack to open. And in the pack, you get some gems
Okay.
and like something for your collection, like some item for your collection or
Yeah.
a skin or whatever. But yeah, this is similar to, remember, if you remember the Pokemon original trading card game, remember the tournaments? There's like tournament modes, which is where you got all the prizes, where you got all your packs that were tradable.
I don't think I played that.
Okay, well, there's a tournament mode. That's where you got all the packs that you could trade to other players. Because anything you earned outside of that mode, you couldn't trade. You just had to open, and you couldn't trade the cards within it either.
Okay.
So that was like the currency within Pokemon was tradable packs. Tradable packs of whatever set was worth this much, or cards were worth this many packs. So you'd go on the online auction house or whatever, and you would say, I'm looking to trade this pack for this card, or this many packs for this card. So you would have to earn tickets throughout the ladder on Pokemon. You would gain these little tickets. That's how you would get into the ranked tournaments, the tournament modes. So it's similar to that, but I assume they're going to add more tickets. Like there's no way you can keep it like this. Like one ticket for getting a 10 win, which doesn't happen often.
I think what they might do is shorten the time it plays to get through a round. Maybe they'll even shorten it by half and get to you have 5 gold wins or whatever, right? Not 10. Because I don't see them giving you more, because they want you to keep grinding to get that one ticket to then play ranked, you know?
Yeah, and then you just get stomped in the first fucking, when you get stomped in ranked. Like,
yeah.
I have not got a single good run in ranked. They don't give you shit. It's like, I do this crazy build. Like, I can target, I pretty much know what I want to do, and I pretty much pull it off and get like, 6 or 7 wins even, maybe 8 wins in the normal mode, and then I go to try to do that in the ranked mode, and I get fucking nothing that gives me dog shit, and I just don't even get a single win. It's so stupid. Actually, maybe one. I think I've gotten 2 chests, so I won. That means I won 4 games in 2 different runs. That's all I got so far. That's the maximum I've got in ranked. It was 4 wins. So it's been pretty bad, but like, it's fun. It's super addictive. The art is cool. It's pretty fleshed out. Like, there's a cutscene at the beginning and all that. It's really cool. Like, it was surprising to see like how the the sound is really good, and the music really good. They had there's like a behind the scenes stuff on their website showing like the orchestra, the guy like recording the music and all this. Like, it's like a pretty decent production, like for an indie game. Like,
do we know how much they raised? Did it say somewhere of its goal?
I don't know.
But like, after playing the game for quite a few hours, it is very good. Like, I'm enjoying it to the part where I keep wanting to keep trying for that 10 gold win, though it takes a while, and it's not on mobile, so you have to be at like a PC or a Mac, or remote into your PC or Mac from your phone.
Yeah, I'm sure that's coming. Like, obviously, this is a great mobile game to just.
Yeah, it would be. Now, the graphics, the design is simple. It reminds me a lot of, like, it's very close to Hearthstone.
Yes.
Very, like, the aesthetic, very close.
The voice lines, they're very funny voice lines. They're good. Very, very good. But like the gameplay's addictive, man. Like, you just want to play around with your board and see how much better you can do on your build, how it affects it. There's cool synergies like that with the pig guy, for example. He's about the economics. They call them economic items.
Yeah.
So,
is that his thing?
That's his thing.
Oh,
it's like, economy. So he gets things called properties, where he has synergy off of properties. He has skills. It's another thing you can do is buy skills. You may not want to buy items from vendors. You can buy skills from a different vendor, and your skills will give you different, like a skill tree.
Yeah,
you can
and
build
synergies
your own
with large items.
You can build your own skill tree based on whatever build that whatever items that you have.
Yes, I think the skills are very cool. Like probably the better side of it. Even though they'll give you four skills to choose from, and then you can build that way. But I
there's
find
different level of skills.
Yeah.
There's different rarity of skills,
and then you can
too.
upgrade them if you buy multiple of them.
Yeah, which is similar to Hearthstone
Mhm.
Battlegrounds. If you buy
Yep.
3, you get an upgrade.
Yep.
When you buy another item, you get an upgrade of that item, and you can upgrade it to a diamond tier. So
Which
there's
is 4. Yeah.
There's 4 tiers, which is bronze, silver, gold, diamond, and it just increases the stats on the item. But back to the economy thing, there's the meta right now that I'm seeing is the pig build, where he's got this property called
the fucking laser beam.
The skyscraper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The NPC does that one. It's fucking annoying. There's one NPC that does it. The Baron, the property Baron, or something like that.
Oh yes, it's similar to that.
Yeah.
The property Baron. Yeah. So he's got the laser beam one. Yeah. So but there's a shield skyscraper which gives you shield equal to like quadruple the amount of the value of your items, of all of your items put together. So all of your items have a value that you can sell back to any merchant for, and it gives you that amount of gold. But you can increase that value through various synergies with the pig guy via different items or skills, or when you level up, it'll give you an option. It'll say increase the value of all of your properties by 3 gold.
Yeah.
So if you buff the value of those, that thing just exponentially like increases your shield. I fought a guy, he had 100,000 shield, and then hit me, and then hit me with an item that says deal damage equal to the amount of shields you have, and he fucking cranked me for 100,000 damage. Like that's what the meta build is right now that everyone's fucking doing.
And how long does it take to like use that card? Like 26
not
seconds?
Not long. No,
really?
it's not long at all. It's like 3 seconds. It's like a 3-second cooldown. And you have other items that can lower the cooldown on your properties kind of thing. So like I saw one guy who just absolutely nailed the build like to a T, and I think it was 100,000 he got, and then hit me with the fucking shield item. Boom. But I've done it. I've built it a few times and it got to about 7 or 8 wins. But then I just got, every time I've built it, every single time, I got beat by a freeze build. It just froze me out. There's going
to be a counter, right? Like you got to freeze shit so it never happens to you.
Yeah, but how do you counter freeze? There's only one item in the entire game that I've seen so far that says
slow freeze.
Slow freeze cannot be frozen or something like that.
Oh yeah, I got that one. That's good.
That's the only one thing that I've ever seen. But you can actually enchant your items, but this is really rare. I did visit I visited a merchant that said enchant your items, and it's the enchant was cannot be frozen or slowed.
Yeah.
But that's like a super rare thing. Like that's not to be relied upon. So like you can get frozen out even if you have this crazy fucking build. Well, see you later. You get frozen and then burned down.
Yeah, I did this one build with the Indiana Jones boulder. Did you see that one?
Yes, I had that one too.
Yeah, so I would just like stack my armor and health. I'd like 2 armor items and like a health item that would just heal me, and then I would just
the boulder does 100% of damage
of their
max
health. Yeah, of
max
their health. So you just have to get that boulder off or survive until that boulder rolls through.
But if they have shield, then it doesn't kill them.
Yeah, but like I'd have like a little bit of damage just to go with the boulder to like hack away at whatever shield they have. And that's when I got my 10 gold win, was just squashing people with this boulder.
Yeah, I got a 10 gold win with the boulder as well, actually. But yeah, the economy build is cool. The robot has a few different things he can do. He's based on there's 4 cores, I think. One is a haste friends core. So little friends. You can buy the little item.
Cool, yeah.
The little item that are friends. They're quoted friends. They're like little
animals or whatever.
Little like animals or like little items that are robots or something, or
pets.
Animals, pets, kind of pets, yeah. So the core will haste all of your friends. Or sorry, when you use a friend, I think it charges the core 1 second. So when you use any friend, it charges the core 1 second. and when the ability on the core when it goes off is give all of your friends haste. So if you have a stack of friends, they're charging the core constantly, and then the core is just giving them haste. So whatever abilities they have are just going off all the time. So that's the craziest robot build that I've seen. Is just like it's just like
Man,
like,
it's funny. It's fun to watch.
Fucking yeah.
It's fun to watch when you're in later game and it looks like a slot machine.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah, things going
and you're just
off.
like, ah.
And
That's
then you're
pretty
dead.
sweet. Yeah. And then someone's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's usually like poison or burn. So like
Yeah.
they
Oh,
just
yeah.
stack the shit out of poison
Yeah.
or burn. And burn, the thing is, poison will tick every 1 second. However many damage of poison you have will tick 1 second off of your health.
Mhm.
Burn ticks twice a second, and
Ooh.
shield will protect you from burn. But shield doesn't protect you from poison.
Right.
So poison goes right to your health. Burn goes twice a second, but you get to protect yourself with shield. But yeah, the fucking burn that this guy put on me was just like all his little friends going off. Fling, 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 fling. And I was just like, what is happening? And then you're trying to like mouse over their items to see
Yeah.
to see how, but it's impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible. You would have to look at every item and every skill to try to make sense of what's happening.
The build, yeah.
To try to make sense of the build, which is kind of
What would be nice?
I think he mentioned there's going to be like a log so you can see.
Or what would be nice is
what
if
actually happened.
after you do a fight, it gives you like a page you can look at to just take your time and look at what they built.
Yes. Yeah, or your previous opponent, like what he
Nah,
had.
don't give me like a text log. That's fucking stupid. Give me like
give me a
picture.
Give me a snapshot of what he had so I can mouse over everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think he said there will be like logs. I believe he was on Raren's stream going through a game with him and like kind of explaining it. Actually, really good watch. If you're interested in the game, check out Raren, Rarran. He's a Hearthstone player. He had Reynad on. He went through a kind of a game with him and kind of explained things, and he had questions and talked about the process and what's upcoming. Is he going to do this? Is he going to do that? Pretty interesting. But yeah, I've been just obsessed with this game, like playing it fucking all the time. Like when I injure my back, I'm literally lying on the floor out there playing with my legs up, just.
What are you playing
on the TV?
Oh,
With
with
my
the PC. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I hope it comes to mobile soon enough. Like that'd be really good.
I've been playing it on my Legion Go, which has a touch screen.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a bit finicky, so I hope that they kind of really tweak
for
the
touchscreen.
Touchscreen, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't click and read. Like, say you mouse over on a card or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And then it takes a half fraction of a second to show you the details of the card, right? There's no way to do that with touch without buying the fucking card.
Yes, right.
So
and even when you don't want to buy the card, if you click on it, you fucking bought it.
I don't like that. So they got to.
So like they have some things to fix and stuff like that, like right click to cancel or something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, that doesn't exist. So if you click on a card, it's yours.
Yeah, I found clicking on a card and then dragging my mouse to the side of the screen helps to cancel that.
Oh, really? I have never found a way to cancel. I've been able to do it a couple times by pressing escape and like letting go of the button at the same time. But yeah,
it's
if I press
definitely a
escape,
beta.
I can still move my mouse around. So like with the card clicked and held, even if I press escape, I'm like, fuck.
It's definitely a beta, but it's looking good.
Oh,
very
yeah.
good.
Looking
very good.
Really good. And I'm excited for the end product. And the open beta is on December 24th, I believe.
Ooh,
open beta. Yeah. And the full release is slated for January. So I'm excited.
Really?
To
They only
see-
have a couple of months of beta?
Yeah.
Well, they better get it cracking.
Yeah. I guess he's got a bunch of stuff that's like kind of ready to go in.
Will
this was a
we get
gameplay.
those up? We'll get those updates as they come out, I'm assuming.
Another thing he said that for balance changes, he said that he wants to make it so that it's going to be live. It's not going to be like an update that you have to download because the merchants are on the server, I guess. So when you get the items, it's pulling from the server and they'll automatically be updated, changed.
Interesting.
And it could happen mid-game. Like in the middle of a run. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
So,
fresh.
Yeah, like
That's
fresh
cool.
item could
And I don't have
happen.
to stop and update 4 or 5 gigs of the game.
Yeah, there's nothing like that. But like, yeah, that sounded pretty cool. There was another thing he said about the card pool. He says it's just there's not gonna be any like rotating out of anything. It's just they're just gonna add. He's gonna add about 20 cards. I think he said a year for each hero, like 20 hero specific cards. Because right now each hero has a pool of 100 cards. He said. So all the stuff that you see, like there's a shared pool. I don't know how big it is, but character specific each has 100,
Mm-hmm.
and they've got I don't remember how many heroes he's got that are going to be coming out later. There's like a chef dude. There's like a kind of a builder lady. She's like tool centric. I think.
Okay.
The chef is going to have all
Food,
new items.
gumballs.
Yeah, the gumballs. You can actually get items from those heroes now from rare vendors. You can buy items from the characters that aren't even out yet, which is pretty cool. So you get a little sneak peek at some of these heroes that are coming out. But yeah, overall, I was very impressed. I think it's going to be a great game that I am going to spend a lot of time in, especially when it comes to mobile. But yeah.
Yeah, once that hits mobile, it's gonna be, I think, pretty sick. Well, obviously, yeah, like I said, it is beta. It feels like a beta. Sometimes my mouse clicks don't do anything. I have to close.
Well, that's
reopen
just the
game.
response. And the server.
Yeah, that's what I like. I click. It's like and then it goes in. But when the game's running and it's rolling, it's fun. I like it. I like looking at it. I like listening to it. I like the items, what they do, the healing, the shield was cool. I really like when everything starts rolling and everything's flashing at you. I love that kind of shit.
Yeah,
I love that kind of shit. I love that. It was very hard for me to buy coins as a Canadian, so I hope they change that.
Why? What happened?
I couldn't put my postal code in. I had to put my credit card information and then use an American zip code, and it worked. I don't know. I couldn't use PayPal, like a Canadian PayPal, so hopefully they ironed that out.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll all be out.
But
they got to be able to make money.
I'd say there's definitely room to, get better. But once it's better, it's gonna be great. I think.
I feel like with Reynad, we know him. We know where this game is coming from. We know he's a gamer. He's gonna make things in the interest of the gamer. I feel like that's what the impression I get is he wants to make the game good. He wants to make the game fun while making it be able to be competitive and kind of you know what I mean, with the rank system and everything. I'm sure
in the end, he's got to make money. Time is money,
and he will. Okay. It's a free-to-play game with microtransactions. The money,
but I think
sure will come.
If he isn't predatory, isn't crazy shoving shit down your throat like Hearthstone or like that, then people will be more open to spend money to support the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. And like he said, there's going to be a battle pass. It's all coming out.
Okay.
That's all ready to go. So that's cool. I've already seen multiple people with all these different skins. I'm like, where are you getting these fucking skins?
There's founders packs and shit you would buy.
I bought the damn founders pack. I didn't get it. I got 2
Well, there's
skins.
a $90 founders pack. If I go to the Bazaar.
Did that come with spare extra skins? No, but I've seen multiple skins for the pirate girl, different ones, multiple different ones.
So there's a really nice sexy skin for her. So if you go to founders pack, you can compare. And there's the tier 3, which is $99 US. Comes with 2,000 gems, title. You get a skin, founder Vanessa skin.
Founder Dooley skin.
Card backs, founder Dooley skin.
So I got the tier 2. So I got the Vanessa skin. I got that one.
So then you don't know how to switch it. There's gotta be a way to switch it.
I have that one on.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, there are 2 other skins that I've seen of Vanessa's. 2 completely different ones that I've seen. And I'm like, where are these coming from?
Hmm.
Like, where'd you get these skins? So I'm thinking that they got them in a chest or something
Oh, maybe.
that they got from ranked.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, fuck.
That
Like,
that is cool. So then now you, as a player who wants those skins, are gonna have to grind your ass off
yeah, and it's
and be good.
get one ticket. Yeah,
Yep.
okay. I'll
Yep.
get fucking 10 wins, one
Yep.
ticket, and then go get my ass stomped and get no wins in ranked. Anyway.
Yep.
I think we're done here.
Yep.
Overall, very impressed.
I'll continue to play that along with my Pokemon TCG Pocket on mobile.
Yes, I have a full run 10-win gold victory on the YouTube that I went through and put up there, and kind of shows how to play the game, how I went through it. I believe I was using the robot. I think I was. Yes, the robot. It was very cool. So if you, Nathaniel, did you watch it?
No.
If you haven't seen robot gameplay, check that out. It's sweet. Anyway, that's it for today's episode, I think.
Alrighty. We want to thank everyone for taking the time to listen and or watch. Please be sure to like and subscribe on the YouTube. Give us a rating and review on Spotify or Apple if you could. It helps us get out there to more listeners who may enjoy the show. Also, we are now part of the SuperPod Network, a network of podcasters who you can find, browse, and listen to over on superpodnetwork.com. Remember, you can always leave us a DM on Facebook and Instagram, or tweet us if you want to leave any comments or ask any questions. Thanks again, everybody, and we hope you have a wonderful day. Game on.
Ciao.